Good morning. Today is Friday, March 14th, and it is day 31 of the session. So we are halfway done and just another half to go. This week had a lot of activity at the State Capitol building. Earlier, the House of Delegates passed House Bill 2711, which extends the rule of perpetuities for trusts up to 1,000 years. This is a very important bill that we've been trying to get done for a couple of years, but we've seen other states really take advantage of changing this rule and bringing in a lot of trust business, back office business for banks. So this was a bill that was passed by the House. It is headed to the Senate. We are strongly in favor of this bill, and we were very happy to see it pass unanimously on the House floor. Now, another bill that the Chamber has been working to stop this year has been Senate Bill 460, and that is the bill that really weakens our school vaccination laws. Senate Bill 460 passed the Senate a couple weeks ago on a roughly 21-12 vote, but the bill adds a very broad religious and philosophical exemption to our school immunization laws. Currently, West Virginia has some of the best immunization laws in the country to protect the health of our students. Only 15 states have a philosophical exemption, so this bill would take us from being one of the most protected into one of the least protected. Now, that bill made it onto the agenda early Tuesday for the House Health Committee, but thankfully, due to the work of so many, that bill was pulled back off of the agenda. Again, just to go ahead and reiterate, right now the United States is experiencing a significant measles outbreak. Unfortunately, this outbreak has already claimed the life of a 6-year-old in Texas and an adult in New Mexico. We do not want to have that here. There are cases in states surrounding West Virginia, but as of right now, there are no cases in West Virginia. But the measles vaccine, the MMR vaccine, is required along with polio, DTaP, and other vaccines for children to enter public school and daycare. It's also required right now for private schools in West Virginia. So we have some very strong vaccination laws that we are working to protect. So some good movement there. Just keep calling your delegates, urging them to protect public health, protect the health of our students, because it is working. That message is getting through. Now, another bill that we're working on that hasn't been introduced yet, but was dropped off yesterday, should be coming up early next week for sponsorship, is a bill related to the FAFSA. We have a lot of students right now who don't complete the FAFSA for whatever reason, and there is money left on the table. For example, there are unused dollars in our Promise Scholarship program every year. This bill would require guidance counselors to assist students in filling out the FAFSA. Now, for those who don't want to do it, parents who have concerns, whatever they may be, there is a very easy opt-out provision. But the goal here is to make sure that we are capturing students who are otherwise being left out right now. So this is a good bill. We have a lot of very good sponsors on it. It will be in the House, sponsored by House Education Vice Chair Joe Statler, in the Senate Education Chairwoman Amy Grady. So some really good sponsors on this bill. It was dropped off yesterday, and we're excited to see that come up. Now, I'm going to do something different for a second. Usually we don't offer too much commentary about what happens at the Capitol. But the West Virginia Chamber has been very focused for years in getting good people to run for office. And we have a lot of good people over there. We have a lot of people who we've recruited, friends of ours, who are working very hard day in and day out to make West Virginia a better place to live, work, and raise a family. One of those people is House Judiciary Chairman J.B. Akers from Charleston. J.B. is a wonderful person. He works every single day to make this state better. Last week, there was a bill on the House floor. I'm going to be honest, it's a bill that can really arouse passions on both sides of the issue. Chairman Akers offered an amendment, however, to make sure that that bill was limited in scope to protect minor children. The amendment passed without opposition. In fact, the minority party, there were no votes coming out from it, but that amendment really tightened it down. This week, the State Democratic Party sent out a press release attacking that amendment and completely twisting the words around and claiming it did something it did not. We've read that amendment. It is clear that what J.B. Akers is trying to do is what that amendment does. I point that out not to go ahead and get involved in a partisan game for a second, but because when we're trying to get good people and they try to do the right thing to help things out, and then somebody completely twists the intent, twists the words of an amendment around for a quick political shot at them, that's what makes it difficult to get good people to want to step forward. So I want to thank J.B. Akers. I want to thank him for his chairmanship. He's been doing a fantastic job at the Judiciary Committee. And I'm just going to call on everybody to rise above this. We need to do better in our politics. We need to be more compassionate. We need to be actually looking forward. And when people try to do things that are the right thing, we need to support them and back them up. I'm going to come back next week and we'll talk a little bit more about what's at the Capitol. As always, you can reach out at any time. My email address is bdayton@wvchamber.com. Thank you for your continued support of the West Virginia Chamber, and just one more half to go.